Alright, so it's time for another quick set of exercises. This time, we're going to cover JavaScript objects, just the basics. You know the drill by now. I'm going to give you some code and ask you to evaluate it without just copying it into the console. So here's the first one. We're declaring an object, and then we're adding 4 different properties to that object. And I want you to figure out which of these are valid code and which will cause problems. So go ahead, pause the video, and give it a shot. Okay, so let's discuss the answer here. If we go ahead and create a new object, SomeObject equals empty object, the first thing that we're doing is trying to add in Hedwig under the key _name. So does it work to do that? The answer is yes. If I look at SomeObject, you'll see that we have Hedwig stored under _name. It's a little bit unorthodox to see that, but it's definitely okay. So the next one here, this is also valid. SomeObject.age. You can see we get SomeObject and it has _name, Hedwig, age 6. Next up, we're using a variable called prop, which is equal to the string color, and then we're using prop as the key inside of square brackets and setting the value to be red. So if we copy this over and we look at SomeObject, you'll see that we get color :red, which is valid. Lastly, SomeObject.123, setting that to be true, that's problematic. We can't use the dot notation if we have a property starting with a number. So that's the only one that's an issue, although again, using an underscore is not a great idea, but it doesn't cause a problem. So here's the second exercise. Have a large nested object, and I want you to write code to retrieve the string Malfoy, right here, from SomeObject. And remember to go one layer at a time. So go ahead, pause the video, and try and write the code to retrieve Malfoy. Okay, so the answer here is that we first need to access the friends array. And to do that, it's SomeObject.friends. And then we need to access the first object inside of the friends array, which is right here. And then we need to access the name property out of that array. So let's type that solution up. I'm going to just copy SomeObject over, and we're going to need to start by accessing the friends array. So .friends, or we could use square brackets. That gives us an array with 3 different people, each one with a name. We want the first one. So SomeObject.friends bracket 0. That gives us an object with name equal to Malfoy. And then we want .name. And again, we could use square brackets as well. So that's all we need to do there. The key to answering these is to go one step at a time, burrow down or drill down to friends, and then to the first object, and then get name. All right, so that's it for this quick set of exercises.